and you're a bit tardy getting involved with the Second World War as well. But you've been a lot more punctual since then. Yes. So, now, Scotland is a very, very diverse country. It's really, there are mountain ranges and there are sort of flat bits, there are very industrial bits, there are very, very rural bits, there are islands, highlands, lowlands. But the one thing that's sort of like you'll see in every little settlement from from one end to the other is a monument, in the centre of that settlement to those young men who were killed in the Great War, First World War. And the number of the names will astonish you, because you'll go to some tiny, tiny little hamlet and you'll like 24 names of these young guys who it was an absolute carnage. There's been a lot of discussion about who caused the First World War, and they think it was kind of accident that happened because of these two super blocks of the British and the French and the Russians on one side and the Germans and the Austrian-Hungarians on the other side, and it was just triggered by an assassination of a sort of fairly minor nobility in the Archduke of Austro-Hungary, and he got shot, and it just caused a sort of like a house of cards just collapsed. All these alliances of all these different armies ending up fighting, in a whole different part of Europe for people nothing to do with Hungary or anything. So it was a terrible, terrible time. This song, Jimmy's Gone to Flanders, I wrote it a few years ago now, and it's actually been the inspiration for a show that is being produced in Scotland this year called Far From Ypres, and it's been put together by a man called Ian McCalman, and he thought this was a song that was very apt because everywhere you go, you see these little monuments, and there's always a Jimmy. Everywhere you go, everywhere in Scotland, Jimmy's such a common name. When I was at primary school, I think there was 6 Jameses in my class at school, so the quintessential Scottish name, Jimmy. See you, Jimmy! Hey, Jimmy! Hey, Jimmy! Come here, Jimmy! So Jimmy's Gone to Flanders. It's really from the point of view of the mother who just wants to get him home and clip him round the head and get him to tidy up all his crap that he's left lying around. So. I have to make sure that I play with the right harmonica, otherwise it sounds terrible.
We wouldn't want that.
Where is my A? Where is it gone? Someone's been stealing my harmonicas. Oh no, I'll have to do it.
Jimmy. Jimmy's gone to Flanders. His fiddle lies upon his bed. It was his father's fiddle, though his eye been shy. That's it. Jimmy's gone to Flanders. His fishing creels a tango, fairly necked. He had only fished the Edinburgh was near moon. Jimmy's gone to Flanders. We spoiled the old dog at a heart, the scraps below the table were told in time and time again. Jimmy's gone to Flanders. The babbits are sodden for the blow. Be near the Bensons, he bought them new for sandy through. When Jimmy's hame for Flanders, he'll be ashamed to clean in the bobbers and sort to tub on tango for the end he is fishing good. When Jimmy's hame for Flanders, he'll be sat by the table and I'll coax and tea his fiddle. Jimmy Gaze, the Bona Highlanders. Jimmy's gone to Flanders. He had a job at Loughees Yard. The other lads were jining at a lobby or by Christmas time. Jimmy's gone to Flanders. He's known the strength his favour was, but I know he's worthy and the jockey he burst with pride. When Jimmy's heavy Flanders, he'll be ashamed to clean the football boots and sock to tell on tango for the ever heat is fishing good. When Jimmy's heavy Flanders, he'll be sat by the table and I'll coax him and pay his fiddle. Jimmy's the born Highlanders. Jimmy's gone to Flanders. Again he has a lassie, her feathers soared and walking by themselves below the falls of May. Jimmy's gone to Flanders, he's as secret as his favour was, but I caught her weeping as the sergeant milched them to the train. When Jimmy's heavy Flanders, he'll be ashamed to clean the football boots and sock to tub on tango for the ever heat is fishing good. When Jimmy's heavy Flanders, he'll be sat by the table